Hi everyone, welcome to the second video regarding on how to do word deconstruction, basically saying how to solve the questions when any technical term or jargon is asked by the question. Now summarizing the same, what did we discuss on the last session? We discussed on firstly, you have to split the term or you have to make a general idea regarding the term. Secondly, you have to simplify all the options into the most simplest form and go for that option which has the closest resemblance or try to eliminate all the illogical options here. Now, moving on to the first question here, what is the term mentioned here? The term talks about greenwashing. So you split the word. First of all, what does green mean? Green refers to environment or it can be something sustainable. Now, what does washing mean? Washing means to clean the same. It can be cleaning only the outer surface, or when you remember the word whitewashing, whitewashing basically refers to only cleaning the or only painting the outer surface, right? So green and washing can be something related to only cleaning the outer surface without having no green or sustainable impact, right? Now go for that option which satisfies the meaning that you have made in the mind. Let's say option B, non-inclusion of environmental costs does not have any relation to greenwashing. Ignoring the disaster ecological consequences basically talks about the environmental impact assessment. This does not have any relation with greenwashing. And option D talks about making mandatory provisions of environmental costs. Does it have any meaning to washing or green? Obviously, it's not there. But what about option A? Now, option A here basically refers to pretending that the product is eco-friendly even when it isn't, right? So here, the company is basically whitewashing, saying that their products are green even though they are not green. So this directly satisfies the term greenwashing. Therefore, you can go with option A as the answer here. Now, moving on to the next question. This is something we have already done in the first video. If you have not watched the same, please go and watch the first video. Now, what is the terms here? Small farmer, large field. Now, what comes to your mind when you hear the word small farmer, large field? It can be a number of small farmers coming together and cultivating in a big plot, right? Small farmers coming together and they hold their land and they cultivate in a large field of land. Now go for that option which has the same meaning. Now option A talks about people who have been given a plot of land after their homes have been destroyed by the war. Now it doesn't have any relation with the small number of farmers coming together and cultivating in a series of land. But what about option B here? It talks about a group of farmers coming together and they're synchronizing their agriculture operation. That basically means a group of farmers is coming together and therefore they form a farmer producer organizations and they synchronize their cultivating, they synchronize their irrigation and baki sab activities, right? So this option directly has a meaning to the word small farmer, large field. Therefore, we can go in this question, therefore we can go with option B as the answer here, because even the word small farmer and large field has a direct relation or a direct meaning with option B, which has been said in the question here. Now, moving on to the next question here, recognition of prior learning scheme. Now, go for the term first. Now, what are we looking for? There has to be some kind of recognition here. Let's say some kind of certification or some kind of recognition and of prior learning scheme. So what does prior mean? Prior means something in the past, right? So they're basically recognizing or certifying a past skill of an employee or a past skill of some kind of person here. Now, option B talks about enrolling people in universities which does not have any prior experience. Option C talks about reservation of some skill jobs which does not have any recognition certification of the prior skill. And option B talks about certifying the skills acquired. Now here they don't have any prior skills, right? They are basically certifying the new skills. Even though the word certification is there, does the employee have any previous skills? No. Therefore, we can limit option D as well. But what about option A? Here, they are certifying the skills of traditional construction workers. Now, traditional construction workers already have their prior skills, right? Or the past skills, right? So, the government is basically certifying or recognizing the prior or the previous skills that any construction workers such as masons or any other people have. So here the word recognition is there and the prior is also there. Therefore, you can go with option A as the answer. Now, you will be confused with option D here, but make sure the second word, the prior, is not mentioned in option D. Therefore, you can go with option A only here.